just one night and you will never be the same again. There are nights that change us forever, not because the stars shift, not because the heavens whisper, but because in that silence we finally confront ourselves. The greatest battles are not fought under sunlight, but in the dark chambers of our own minds. One night of truth can burn away the illusions you have clung to for years. Seneca once wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." One night of ruthless honesty reveals just how much time we have squandered on anger, on fear, on the empty approval of others. That realization is painful, but it is the kind of pain that awakens. Imagine this night, no distractions, no noise, no escape, just you, the weight of your choices, and the silence that does not lie. You begin to see clearly which desires enslave you, which fears weaken you, which wounds you have allowed to remain open. Epictetus warned us, "No man is free who is not master of himself." And in a single night, you will know whether you have been your own master or your own executioner. But this night is not meant to break you. It is meant to forge you. The fire that reveals weakness is the same fire that strengthens steel. Marcus Aurelius, in his darkest meditations, reminded himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That realization, if embraced deeply, changes everything. Because after such a night, you cannot return to ignorance. You cannot go back to chasing shadows when you've seen the shape of truth. You walk differently. You speak with weight. You no longer beg life for favors, because you have learned that the only favor worth asking for is mastery over yourself. And so I tell you, do not fear the night where you are left alone with your own thoughts. Do not run from it. Step into it willingly. For one night of raw self-confrontation will strip you bare, and if you endure it with courage, you will never be the same again. The night that demands surrender. There is a night that demands not answers, but surrender. A night where the illusions of control crumble, and you are forced to admit that you command far less of the world than you thought. You cannot govern the winds. You cannot dictate the hearts of others. You cannot halt the march of time. What you can govern, what you must govern, is the citadel within your own soul. Epictetus reminded us, "Some things are in our control and others not." This night teaches that truth with ruthless clarity. You may rage, you may resist, but until you bow to this law of existence, you will remain a prisoner of your own false expectations. The night strips you of arrogance, leaving you naked before reality. And once you accept this, once you let go of everything beyond your reach, a strange and powerful freedom awakens. You are no longer chained to outcomes. You are chained only to your own virtue. And that chain, unlike the others, does not bind. It liberates. The night that forces you to meet yourself. There comes a night when the world falls silent, and all the distractions that once numbed you lose their power. No noise, no company, no escape. Only the mirror of your own thoughts. This is the night that terrifies most, for it drags us face to face with the self we have long avoided. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Nowhere you can go is more peaceful, more free of interruptions than your own soul." Yet, how many of us fear that silence, because in it we hear the truths we cannot outrun, the mistakes we buried, the anger we never mastered, the desires that enslaved us. This night does not forgive lies. It forces you to confront them. It tears down the masks you wear for the world, and even the ones you wear for yourself. And in that brutal confrontation, either you shatter or you awaken. For to stand in the presence of your raw, unfiltered soul without excuses or illusions is to begin the hardest journey the journey inward. If these words reached you, it means the fire within you has not died. Carry this strength with you into the silence of your nights and the battles of your days. And remember, the world belongs to those who master themselves. Subscribe, stay with us, and walk this path of unshakable fortitude. Until we meet again, remain unbroken.